And let's talk sports. Episode one. I want to talk about something nobody else was talking about in NFL. Um, I see all the news reels and everything. Everybody's talking about this or this team or that team. But I want to talk about something that nobody else is talking about, and it holds a lot of weight for any gambler because the gamblers will understand what I'm talking about. If you watched the Atlanta Philadelphia game the other night, you saw a massive hit. You saw a great freaking hit, but I'm going to talk to you about how it affected the gambling world. But before I get into that, for all you football fans out there, some who have been following me since my illness and everything, and I had to come back. We didn't get into all that. But if you are, man, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to it, like it, follow me. This is gonna be good. This is just the beginning. This is just episode one. I promise you. As things go on and it get produced right, I'm starting to get it all together. So I'm asking you to subscribe to the channel. Also, check out the new gear. I mean, never give up. That all of this stuff is going to be on sale soon. So I want you guys to really, really support the channel if you can, um, because it's going to be something. I mean, hell, I'm still alive. So, and believe me when I tell you, that's a miracle itself. That's God. That's God working. But enough about all that. I want to talk about something that nobody's talking about in the NFL at this point. Um, and I want to talk about hits. I mean, we talk about concussions, we talk about injuries and all these other. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I want to talk about hits. And I'm telling you something. There is some serious hitting going on in the NFL, but not the kind of hitting. I'm older than most of you guys, but not the kind of hitting that I'm used to seeing with up until the other night. And I'm gonna get to that because it affected the gambling world a lot. So, so let me share this with you. I don't know if you guys remember one of the best hits I've ever seen, and came at such a crucial time in the Super Bowl was when Ronnie Lott hit um, the running back for the Cincinnati Bengals, Ickey Woods. I mean, he smashed it. Now, not very many people talked about this. If you get a chance, go back and look at Super Bowl. I think it was Super Bowl either 16 or 23, one of the two. San Francisco 49ers, Cincinnati Bengals, and Ickey Woods got smacked. Now, during the year, Ickey Woods was put on a show. He was running through everybody. He was he was the man. Oh, you had the Ickey Shuffle. He was the man. When I tell you, running lot came from that safety position and hit him so freaking hard. You didn't hear Ickey Woods' name no more in that game. And you want to talk about an intimidating hit? Please go back and watch. And you can hear it if you just listen. Slap! He coming from a distance, he's running and he's gonna feel that hole, and it gets coming through and he smacks him. I mean, I'm like, I would never forget how quiet Icky Woods was from that point on. It was over. You can forget it. The Icky Shuffle wasn't gonna happen. He was out of the game. Now, anybody who know anything about running light, no, running light was a beast of a safety. Running light was a good cornerback, but he was a beast of a safety. He smacked Ickey Woods. I mean, it was like, oh, oh, I still feel that hit today. It happened probably 20 years ago. Mhm. And that's it. Ickey was no longer a part of the game. He basically took his balls, just took them and just smashed them. It was over. That was a hit that literally to me stood out a lot. There was another hit though. I was a huge fan. I mean, a huge fan of Eric Dickerson. Oh, Eric Dickerson, 6'9", 209 pounds, ran straight. Eric Dickerson ran straight up in the hole. I mean, they looked like like a galloping horse. He just ran straight up in the hole. And I would say to myself, how he get away with running high in the hole? Everybody who runs in the hole runs slow. Anybody who knows football knows what I'm talking about. When the running back comes to the hole, he got to get low. No, Eric Dixon went through the hole hot, standing straight up, and I dare you to hit it. Believe me when I tell you this, many tried, and many just got ran clean over because that 209-pound locomotive coming through that hole, you better move. They didn't want to tackle him. They didn't want to tackle him. And I don't blame them, except one guy. I remember in the NFC Championship, the Rams was getting destroyed by the Chicago Bears. It was watching almost like a massacre of hits. The Chicago Bears with that 49 defense, I'm sorry, with that defense, that defense was just disgustingly good. It came out at a time nobody could figure it out. And they was putting people to sleep. Mike Singletary led that defense. And when I tell you it came down to it, game's on the line. If the Rams don't get this first down, this game is over. And not only is it over, they're going to get blowed out and they're not going to even score any points. So the Rams decided to go for it on 4th and inches. Let me help you out. It wasn't 4th and 1. It was 4th and inches. Remember, Eric Dixon runs high to the hole. And when he came through that hole, Mike Singletary put that freaking face mask in his chest, and all you seen was mm, backwards. Just a massive hit. I thought Eric Dixon was going to lose his helmet. Hell, even Eric Dixon said it was a massive hit. Just crushed him, just took his soul right then, right there. Now, the thing about the NFL is I can go on and on and on about some of the biggest hits that I've seen in the NFL in the past. You know, in old school, where the young kids say, that's old school. That's old school. Okay, let's move into the new school. I see hits, but I mean, they got so many different penalties, and you got to be careful, and you can't tackle them this way, and you can't tackle them that way. It's just so many different things going on. Let me tell you, let's come up to date. Philadelphia Eagles playing the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I don't know how people miss this. And I'm a Kansas City fan, but I don't know how people miss this. During that game, and if I'm not mistaken, it was either the third or the fourth quarter. CJ Gardner Johnson was coming through like a madman every time the Chiefs ran the ball with Pacheco. Now he was missing at first, and then he didn't. CJ Gardner Johnson came through that freaking hole and smacked Pacheco. I mean, he hit him. I thought it to me, the hit was so massive. I mean, Pacheco's body just kind of stood up and fell. And CJ Gardner Johnson knew he hit him hard. It was like, and his body just got up and fell. Now, I got to give Pacheco credit. He came back and kept running the ball strong. But that hit was memorable. Now it's like, oh, Lord have mercy. That CJ Gardner Johnson is just a hitter. Just just sacrifice his body. I'm just gonna go out there and hit you as hard as I can. Well, here's why it affected gamblers when the Atlanta Falcons played the Philadelphia Eagles last Monday night or Sunday night, whenever they played. Um, if you took Bijon Robinson to get 100 yards rushing, you were totally pissed. Let me explain something to you. Bijan been running through the Philadelphia Eagles all night long. They couldn't do nothing with him. I mean, he just 7 yards here, 6 yards here, 5 yards here. You just couldn't do nothing with it. And going into the fourth quarter, I'm talking at the beginning of the fourth quarter, Bijan had like 94 yards rushing. He needed 6 freaking yards to get to 100. Now let me tell you what that paid out. If you bet $10, you was gonna win 140. That's how much that 120. That's how much that paid out. You needed 6 yards going into the fourth quarter. I'm 100% sure that a lot of you guys are like, I'm getting that. It's no way Bijan not getting that. After that, in the fourth quarter, Bijan Nope. Nope. So now it's down to 6, 7 minutes, and he's still sitting at 96, 95 yards. And you can see the flow of the game going away from the run game. And I'm like, the Atlanta's behind. They need to throw the ball. So Bijan is not going to be in there as far as the line of scrimmage. You can throw the ball to him, but he's not going to run the ball from the line of scrimmage. You got to throw the ball. And I'm sitting up there watching this, and I'm like, are you kidding me? This guy's not going to get 100 yards. When he came into the fourth quarter leading like 6 yards, he's not going to get 6 freaking yards in one quarter. Okay, well, okay, here we go. So now Atlanta get in a situation, well, which I think they got ripped off on the spot, but they're in a situation where it's 4th and 1. This should go down as one of the greatest hits in the NFL. Now I don't know where it would number at. If you did, it would definitely make the top 100. Now, oh my God, it's 4th and 1. Everybody in the freaking stadium, no. Everybody who's watching it on TV, no. The safeties, the Philadelphia defense, no. The Atlanta Falcons can't hide this. They know that Bijan is about to get the ball. And he gets the ball, and that same dude, CJ Gardner Johnson, comes up and smacks his ass. I'm talking, you don't get nothing. And although I believe CJ Gardner did take his helmet off intentionally, and they should have got a 15-yard penalty, but we know how that works. If he gets the 15-yard penalty, Philadelphia Eagles keep the ball. Bijan Robinson ends up getting his yards that he needs for 100 yards, and it just don't pan out that way. He gets stopped on 4th down. CJ Gardner Johnson takes his helmet off, or unintentionally takes his helmet off, whatever they want to call it. And before you know it, he ends up with 97 yards. Now, to a gambler who betted $10 is just $10. It's not that big of a deal. You shouldn't be in a position. You shouldn't even be gambling if you're in a position where you're gonna really sweat losing $10. But it's just the fact that you was that close to winning 120. That's the greatest hits I've seen in the NFL. Some of the greatest hits I've seen in the NFL. That one, that one had a lot of money attached to it. And I know if you took that bet, you were pissed. I say all that to say this. This is my first episode. I want to thank all you guys for listening in. I hope you enjoyed the video. There will be many more. But I'm going to talk about things that some people don't talk about. And this is one of them. That hit cost people money. And I just had to say that out loud. I had to say that because all I could think about was, wow, that was crazy. Like I said, if you like this video, man, subscribe to the channel. You see the gear. The gear is going to be coming out soon. Thank you guys. I'm so happy to be back. This is Richard Cole. Let's talk sports. Peace. 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 Yes, I'm still excited. Peace. I'm out.